there was no disruption from the business working from home at that point. But obviously, you can't have salespeople working from home at the start of it, and neither you can have manufacturing working from home. So those two areas were the bit of a concern initially, but over the period, so that started with the telecalling, because you had the telecalling facilities which were enabled for the people to start calling the retailers and getting the orders from there. And if you see the scenario where at the retail side, even if you personally go for shopping to the grocery stores, it was looking like there is nothing inside and the complete grocery shop is vacant. So, and it's not that retailers did not want, retailers wanted the stock to have. It's only that how we could provide the stock to the retailers was a challenge. So once that calling started it, and then the next enablement was how do we enable the retailer to himself give the order. If my boy is not able to reach out to that retailer to collect the order, in what mechanisms can the retailer give the order to me? So that one, the telecalling started. The second thing was the Discman, which we started with, wherein the retailers could directly put in the orders on the app.
That if we would not have prepared for 7 months, I think these 2 months would have been a very, very difficult for us. Right? And actually, rightly said by Ravi, the Distriman app, right? I think that was a wonderful thing, right? And in fact, many of the retailers now we have started getting a sizable proportion of our orders to Distriman, right? I think that is really helping. But yes, I think technological adoption cannot happen overnight, right? I mean, suppose if we started in March, then probably by this time we wouldn't have. But we started it when you came, and obviously after that, 7 months, and with Ravi's continuous inputs and guidance, for 7 months we worked on it, right? And it's not a small setup because the scale is pretty diverse, rural, right? We have rural stockists. So to ensure adoption across all, we started for 7 months, and probably that helped us now, right? So for the team also, it was pretty easier to adopt any new technology, right? Whether it was even if it was a telecalling or WhatsApp calling or this man, right? So all we had to do was to ensure supplies in the market because order taking was anyway happening. Since because of the technological adoption, the order taking was happening, so we did not have a breakage in the pipe there. All we had to do was to ensure supplies in the market. So this actually helped us to sail through the crisis very, very big time. And really thanks to Nizam for that.
Yeah, no, no. So while I know the scale, but for audience benefit, do you want to give audience a sense of the scale of the challenges? And you make it sound very easy.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's like the length and breadth of the country, right? In terms of the distributors, we have like right from JNK to Kanyakumari and villages as low as less than 5K population towns. So you can imagine and obviously our products are very, very rural focused. So it's very deeply penetrated into the rural. I mean, you can imagine the extent of rural distributors, urban distributors. The scale is mammoth. It's pretty, pretty intense and very, very, very so. And obviously that adoption takes time. And the good thing was that we were prepared for it. So we started it close to 3 months back, right? So right now it's all about adoption, right? I mean, we are not so much worried as the throughput of these from these guys, which is there. I mean, obviously the guys have started taking order, and what we normally do is with the demand gets captured by the app, and the salesman is actually pushing the lines which is not doing. So, for example, we have EXO, Maxo, Prill, Ujala, right, Margo. So, suppose if the guy is already placing an order of 3 brands, the salesman goes and pushes the 2 brands. But yes, the in the current situation, what has happened, just like when we saw Demon happen, the Paytm getting completely institutionalized. Similarly, at this point of the time, the Distimans and direct app, which in the normal course of journey, the adoption would have been absolutely difficult. But now the retailer is because the retailer also wants to. I mean, what we are seeing. In fact, I was discussing with Ravi. Ravi says that most of the ordering happens after 8 o'clock in the night because we have a continuous. I mean, we know when the orders can flow, right? So we were discussing, and he's saying after 8 o'clock we can start seeing the orders. So yes, there's definitely a quantum jump, and more than the quantum jump, what we are interested is in adoption, right? So that tomorrow, if there is a suppose there is a salesman is not there, right? A beat is not getting catered, or it has got into a containment zone. So I am more interested that there is a pipe which is functional at that point of the time, and so that which I can activate at any point of the time. And yes, definitely there is an increase. And right now the consumer, right now the retailer is completely ready to take any sort of IT adoption. Just like in Demon we had Paytm. After before that, I think hardly anybody of us used to use it. So this is the time when it actually hits hard, and people are ready to take it. And also, what happens is many of these our products are very essential products, right? It's not a distinct like an exo, right? It's an antibacterial, right? You need to have that product. Now, when there is a demand, then the consumer would definitely or retailer would find a way to get it. And even if it is in a containment zone, he would find it a way to at least make the order happen to our distributor, right? Similarly, a Margo, right, where it is required. I mean, if you are washing your hand 4 times a day, you require that product, right? So when there is a demand for the product, all I need to ensure that the pipe is on, right? There is a water flow and there is no disconnect. That is what we are ensuring with all the technology.